Hi out there, it's Thursday and you know what that means. I have posted my blog and now I'm about to give you a blog summary. I know that we're busy professionals and sometimes we don't have time to read, so I'm excited to give you this summary. So a good nonprofit board doesn't just happen. You have to take action, you have to take thought, and it takes planning. And so the goal is to have a high performing board that consists of active community leaders, fulfilling financial needs and having functional committees of diverse in gender, experience, and ethnicity. So there are 9 steps to a board building cycle. And what are those 9 steps? So the first step is to identify those who can serve on your board. So how are you going to do that? You're going to assess your current board makeup. And if I've been talking about anything in my free library on my website at www.supportingworldhope.com, you have access to a matrix. And basically what you do is you look at the board makeup and you map it on that matrix and you fill it out and you say, okay, so this is what I don't have and this is what I need. And so you identify your need, okay? And once you've identified what you need, the step number 2 is cultivate. You're going to nurture that prospective board member and by informing them of your activities and getting them involved in your nonprofit. If you check out some of my other blogs, you'll see how to get people involved in your nonprofit. Once you have cultivated them and you think they are very familiar with your nonprofit, you're going to actually recruit them. And in the recruitment process, you're going to lay out your expectations and their responsibilities. And you're going to see if they're interested in serving on your board. Okay? And then you're going to, after that, you're almost ready for the election process. But before recommending candidates for election, review your organization bylaws to ensure you're following any specific nominations procedures outlined within them, because you don't want to break your bylaws. Once the person has been recruited, I did not turn off the do not disturb, so I apologize for that. You're going to do an orientation. I cannot stress how important an orientation is. Have you shared the good news about your organization? If not, it's now time to identify the elected board members. Let them know about let them know that they've been elected to your board, and schedule them for a board orientation session. As a part of your recruitment, let me go back a little bit step, because I didn't say this in the blog, but as a part of your recruitment process, maybe make sure you invite them to a board meeting so that they can see the other people that serve on your board and get an idea of how you work, and then recruit them on, and then you have the orientation. And then once you've had that orientation, you're going to activate that board member. You're going to discover their interests and availability of new members. You're going to involve them in committees. If they like to volunteer in program aspects, you're going to get them involved in that. If however they like to service your organization, you have to make sure that they're activated and they're engaged in your organization. And then number 6, you're going to educate them. Provide ongoing information regarding your nonprofit's programs, issue, trends, and celebration. Again, I've talked about an hour-and-a-half agenda that a board meeting agenda that infuses education into the agenda. And you can also find that on my free resources on my website at www.supportingworldhope.com. I don't get calls all day. And as soon as I try to do this live, I get many calls. So before after education, you're going to rotate. You're going to consider the board's needs and members' performance, and changing assignments or removing the board member. Sometimes it's just not a fit, but you do have to do that rotation. And then you're going to evaluate, assess the individual performance of board members and the board as a whole, and look for ways to improve. Or again, like if it's not a good fit, you rotate them off the board. And finally, number 9, you're going to celebrate. You're going to recognize victories and progress. You're going to reward and appreciate the contributions of each individual board member. And you're going to have to make sure that it's fun, because, serving on the board can be, it can be hard and it can be time consuming. So you have to make sure you celebrate and have an element of fun in there. So those are the 9 cycles of building a board. So I hope this helps you. Please read the blog if you have time. It really is a 3 to 5 minute read this time, guys. I promise. And leave any comments that you may have or any additional information that you may have for me. And also on the blog at the end, you'll find a link to where you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me. I get excited for these consultations. I love helping and I love giving back. And it literally is a free consultation with no strings attached. And I just want to also say, you can follow me on LinkedIn, YouTube at Supporting World Hope. You can also find me on Instagram at _nonprofit expert. And thank you. And that is my blog summary for today. Y'all be blessed out there. Again, sorry about the interruptions. I don't get any calls all day or texts. And then, you start doing this live and that's when everybody starts blowing you up. Next time I'll remember to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But y'all have a blessed day out there. Be blessed. Bye.